Hello, friends. It's Johnster Monster with episode 63 of Shadow and Flame with Magic, the podcast. And today we are going to review Secret Invasion Saga. So let's get to it. And once again, thank you to Francisco for providing the theme song to the podcast. Very appreciate it. And you. And since there was no new comics last week that involved Magic, Cape Pride, or Lockheed, we are going to go back to Secret Invasion tie-in. There's this issue and one more I want to do, one that actually has substance. So this is Secret Invasion Saga. It came out in 2008, and this was the saga when Marvel was doing big events. They will put out little precursors, like preludes of stories past. And so this was Secret Invasion. And personal note, this cover that has like all the several X-Men Marvel characters, all with like half scroll faces. And one of them is Cape Pride. And I have, and this is only, she's only on the cover, and so yes, I bought this for the cover and kept it for the cover. But I forget what store we were in, but they made a t-shirt of this cover, and I bought it for my wife because she will buy, she'll wear any shirt to bed pretty much. So I was like, well, I like seeing this cover. I will buy it for her. She'll wear it. I get to look at it and get to enjoy it twice, essentially. And there's a new, I think it's on Amazon, that has a the original Secret Wars t-shirt, but the one that has Kitty Pryde on it. So I want to get that for her too. So, don't tell her, which I don't know. What's the next gifting holiday? I guess it'd be our anniversary on November 29th. Yeah. It's going to be 15 years. Can you imagine being married to this guy for 15 years? It's not a tree, I could tell you that much. But, so it's here. Can we name all the characters? The Hulk. Well, and my eyes went to someone who I don't recognize. Nova, Spider-Woman, Silver Surfer, Thing, Jean Grey in her Green Phoenix outfit, Iron Fist, Kurt, or Nightcrawler, Cable, Bishop, Daredevil, Howard the Duck, Atlas, Captain Marvel, Cyclops, Luke Cage, Doctor Strange, Reed Richards, Black Bolt, Wolverine, Logan, Thor, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Storm. I see some playing cards, so that must be Gambit. Captain Britain's head's right there. Someone with black and blue stripes, so I'm going to assume that's Hope or Cloak. And some characters in the distance I can't tell. And Beast is here. And gonna end it with Kitty Pryde, as I think that's everyone I can find out. It's either Moon Knight with the white cloak or Taskmaster, because I think I see teeth in the design. I don't know. So this is Secret Invasion Saga. Writer John Rhett Thomas. Research assistant Jeff York. Book design Brian O'Dell. Cover art by Linnell Yu and Laura Martin. Assistant editors John Detting and Corey Levine. Editors Special Projects Mark D. Beasley and Jennifer Goodwald, who I always know as she was in charge of graphic novels for the longest time. Senior editor, so for a while there, like, she was on all my graphic novel titles in the trades, and just like, oh yeah, thank you for assembling this. And for sometimes throwing covers in the back and sometimes not doing it. Senior editor, Special Projects, Jeff Youngquist. Senior Vice President of Sales, David Gabriel. Editor-in-Chief, Joe Quesada. And Publisher, Dan Buckley. Interior art and story concepts by 5 decades worth of Marvel's greatest creative talents. And issues covered are Annihilation Prologue, Annihilation 1 through 6, Super Squirrel 1 through 4, Avengers 89 to 97, 133, 258 to 261, 345 to 347, Avengers Annual 14, Avengers West Coast 80 to 82, Black Panther 31 to 34, Captain America 1968, 398 to 401, named or listed number because Captain America 1998, 4 through 7, which I own those at one point. Captain Marvel 2 through 4, Fantastic Four 2, 18, 32, 37, 90, 93, 204 to 214, 256 to 257, 262 to 358, Fantastic Four Annual 18 and 19, Iron Man 278 to 279, Marvel Premiere 35 to 37, Marvel Lost Generation 1 through 12, Mighty Marvel Westerns Kid Colt and the Arizona Girl, Mighty Avengers 7, New Avengers 16, 19, 27 through 32, New Avengers Illuminati 1 through 5, Nova 25, K-SAR 32 to 35, She-Hulk 23, Silver Surfer 1 through 31, Skrull Kill Crew 1 through 5, Thor 142 to 445, 446, Uncanny X-Men, but don't get too excited, 137, we'll get to that one, Wisdom 1 through 5, Wonder Man 7 through 9, Young Avengers 9 through 12. And I'm naming that because this is a very text-heavy issue, but very little of it involves the X-Men. Like, the cover is literally the best thing. Oh, and the cover corner has Marvel Secret Invasion, Who Do You Trust, coming April 2008. So the issue opens up with Iron Man just flying about and talking to Maria Hill. She's asking about the Skrulls. It reminds him about the Skrulls. So we get a long story that covers the Queen of the Skrulls taking over Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew. We get to the reveal that Elektra was a Skrull at one point. The new Avengers consisting of Iron Man, Sentry, Black Widow, Wonder Man, who's lousy, Wasp, Captain Marvel, Spider-Woman, and Ares as a team. And then the Illuminati, which of course exists of Namor, Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, Reed Richards, Professor Xavier, and Iron Man. And then the Illuminati took the fight to the Skrulls. And then we get a long history of the Skrulls, including the Western characters of Cowboy Kid Colt, which once again, if you want a good Marvel Western, I highly recommend Blaze of Glory. And then they had a Western, or a sequel, was it Apache Skies? That feels right. Which wasn't as great. I think it featured, spoilers, Blaze of Glory, because many of them in their stories in a Blaze of Glory. And so I think 2 of them survive and make it to the next, sequel. And now I can't remember which ones did, but it's a good sequel. I should reread it. We get to a history of Skrulls where we see the new Fantastic Four, but not my favorite one, involving Logan, Spider-Man. Walker's a big fan of Spider-Man, so, as being an old dad, gotta make fun of him for it. So, hi come Spider-Man. It's very light. Ghost Rider Hulk. But instead, this is the new Fantastic Four involving Thing, Ben Grimm, Johnny Storm, and newlyweds Black Panther and Storm. But none of these caption boxes reference that story, so I think someone just threw in that panel. And they must have fought Skrulls, because they've got some hench goons Skrulls dressed like Mr. Fix-It. All in white hat, white business suits. with their green squirrel face and hands. Oh, and then we get to the panel that is taken from 137 of Uncanny X-Men with the Broccoli people, the Debari. And minutes before they were destroyed. And then we get double page spread about the Scree Squirrel War. And then back to the Illuminati being spanked by the Skrulls and taking all their DNA, which will help them eventually, secretly invade. They fight the Avengers, the Skrull kill crew. Oh yeah, then we get to one of the things I read, which was also, I can't forget the era of Capmania. It was a time when country fell in love with Captain America all over again, post Heroes Reborn, Heroes Return. Over again, his popularity rating is higher than ever before. Unfortunately for Steve, the frenzy sweeping the nation was being escalated by a squirrel posing as a Hydra leader. After setting him up for these high approval ratings, he then kidnapped Steve and posed as Cap, inciting Americans to riot based on the false threat of a massive Skrull invasion. A pretty good storyline. Which then awkwardly leads to Wisdom 1 through 6, which we know a good series, but if you're going to reference the time Skrulls successfully replaced a hero in Captain America, you might as well reference Wolverine being replaced and being killed by Apocalypse's Horseman of Death, who actually was Logan, in a fun twist. But I guess since this was Iron Man's point of view, he only tells it from a very Avengers slanted viewpoint, because even the Fantastic Four stuff gets regulated to like a page, or maybe a 3 or so. We get to a splash page of the Super Skrull flying about, grabbing a dude, but grabbing him with his Reed Richards arm, with his legs ablaze, and right hand being Ben's rocky arm. But, it's like, well, good thing he didn't grab that guy. Oh, it's supposed to be Hulkling. With his Human Torch arm. But, I guess there's no Invisible Woman representation. Which is silly, as he probably could have broke his neck completely if he was just invisible to begin with. But that's okay. So the Illuminati fighting. We see an image of Captain Marvel fighting them. The male Captain Marvel. We see Young Avengers, Captain America with Hulkling fighting back to back. And then the Young Avengers, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man fighting. Fight. We get the Annihilation storyline. Recap that, of course, involved the Skrulls. And then the final page is the Illuminati with dead Skrull Elektra, and then I guess they were discussing what to do next. And here we are. Earth is a target, and its fiercest, most loyal, most honorable defenders are walking away from each other just as the threat reaches its crisis point. Among us, we have some of the most powerful weapons, abilities, and resources at our disposal to combat the enemies we face. But in the end, the most powerful weapon in our arsenal is the trust we have for each other. The trust to back each other up, the trust to invite in a common cause, the trust to risk life, limb, and sanity, to save the day, and to trust to depend on help to arrive when you most need it. But now, who do we trust? Nobody. And that's how the Skrulls will beat us. Secret Invasion, an 8-issue Marvel event by Brian Michael Bendis and Lian Yu. The shape-shifting alien race known as the Skrulls have infiltrated every super-powered organization on Earth. They could be your most trusted allies, your closest friends, your family. Who do you trust? Secret Invasion begins April. Secret Invasion 1, Mighty Avengers 12, New Avengers 40. May, Secret Invasion 2, Captain Britain and MI-13 1, Incredible Hercules 117, because he took Hulk's title. Mighty Avengers 13, because he's on Scar, right, at this point. New Avengers 41, Secret Invasion, Fantastic Four 1, June, Secret Invasion 3, Avengers Initiative 14. And during the whole time, I'm like, well, the X-Men have to be largely involved, right? Because they've had their own Skrull invasion back in the day, but no, they barely get mentioned at all. Except for, like, handbooks. June. Secret Invasion 3, Avengers Initiative 14, Captain Britain MI 13-2, Incredible Hercules 118, Marvel Spotlight, Secret Invasion, Mighty Avengers 14, Miss Marvel 28, I guess she's been around since 2008, huh? Well, 28, so probably 2006. New Avengers 42, Secret Invasion Fantastic Four 2, Secret Invasion Runaways 1, Secret Invasions Who Do You Trust 1 shot. In July, Secret Invasion 4, Avengers Initiative 15, Black Panther 39, Captain Britain MI 13-3, just read the words. Incredible Hercules 119, Mighty Avengers 15, Miss Marvel 29, New Avengers 43, New Warriors 14, Secret Invasion Fantastic Four 3, Secret Invasion Runaways 2, She-Hulk 31, Thunderbolts 122, and X-Factor 33 to be continued. To find these and other Marvel projects, call a local comic shop at 1-888 Comic Book, which is fun. Back cover ads for Secret Invasion, an 8-issue Marvel event by Brian Michael Bendis and Lian Liu. The invasion begins in April with Secret Invasion 1. Which I should mention that this whole comic did not have any ads, so that's pretty fun. And that, everyone, was Secret Invasion Saga. So thank you so much for listening. Might as well announce in October we are going to do a Loki 4 issues. I already got them picked out. I'm hoping the family will watch Loki. Might as well. Told Walker D. World about how I was going to review this, and he kept he must have watched a YouTube video that mentioned how Secret Invasion, the TV series, was not well received, and the best part about episode 6 is that there's no episode 7 or season 2. So, but it's his Secret Invasion joke, so I hear it whenever he sees a Secret Invasion comic, which was this time and then that last time. But anyways, so I'm not secretly, no more, but embarrassed about how long ago Secret Invasion came out. And, so Loki will either be the proper episode, or, we'll get a bonus episode with Inferno, which, I should count how many more Inferno episodes we have, but, and then the comics out this week of release, like I know Dark X-Men 2 is out, and Uncanny Avengers 2, a title I was cold on, and another title I was excited about, but now I can't think of what it is. And of course, thanks to Marvel.com for the reminder. How could I forget? Uncanny Spider-Man 1 with Nightcrawler as Spider-Man. Will he make it to Beyond the Spider-Verse? I can only hope so. Let's see here. What other ones? Oh yeah, Wolverine 37 is out. Deadpool Batter Blood 4. Alpha Flight 2. What if Dark Carnage? Alright. Strange Academy Moon Knight 1. Predator vs. Wolverine 1. X-Men Annual 1, which is a Chaos tie-in. So that's a thing. Oh, and some type of ROM special edition is coming out. So that's pretty cool. So some comics, but yeah, mostly I'm excited about Dark X-Men 2, Uncanny Spider-Man 1, and I don't think there's a chance. Oh, and Uncanny Avengers 2, Kate Pryde was in the first one, but I suspect she's not in the second one. And could someone show up in Predator vs. Wolverine? I doubt it, but that'd be fun. Someone will tell me on Wednesday, probably. Or I'll find out on my own when people post their images, which I guess is Twitter telling me. Speaking of Twitter, you can follow the podcast at SNFWM on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me on Blue Sky, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Jackal SII. On YouTube, I am continuing my Skyrim playthrough as Lockheed. I need to get to Riften and spend $1,000 to turn his eyes yellow, and then he'd be the perfect Lockheed, but... Right now, we're chasing our second dragon, where I'm excited to hopefully absorb its spirit, so then my Loki can start spitting hot fire, like a dragon. It's the one thing missing. That and I guess he's a humanoid dragon-looking character. So we would record next with a Infernal episode. I think it's a New Mutants issue. And if you'll please subscribe to the podcast and give a rating on whichever apps you listen to. And tell a friend. Really appreciate it as we try to grow the podcast. All right, everyone, just cracked the 20-minute mark. So I'll talk at you next time. All right, everyone, thanks for listening. Bye. Until next time.